Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a first for the channel. I never do this kind of thing, but we have to take a look at some of today's evolution paths because I genuinely cannot believe the kind of cards you can create. To not kind of gatekeep it for the rest of the video, if you want to see the card that I'm thinking of, take a look at this guy. Now we're going to really briefly go through like how I find these, in case you're interested in kind of like knowing my style of what kind of cards I'm looking for and how I limit to finding these. But again, real quick, these stats, now the dribbling at 87 is, good. It's kind of like higher mid-end right now. It's not like, Dabini's got 91 and all that stuff, right? But if you look at some of these in-games, 92 vision and 92 short pass is genuinely absurd. 93 attack positioning, I cannot believe. This card looks unreal. We're taking a look at the playstyles of Incisive, you don't have to give, but if you do the rest of the path, Press Base and Tiki are my two favorites, the most important. Quick Step, Rapid, and then he'll get pinged by default. So you can give him Incisive or another one like Relentless or Trickster, something from the Season Pass, or save it for later. Again, like the dribbling's not like the high end, right? Like you've got right wingers who exist that are higher. Oscar Bob, Due, Dabini I've all put out there. But this is going to be a card that gets the inside forward plus, whereas none of those do, right? And he's 5-star skills, which is pretty hard to get. I know Due and Dabini have, but like it can be a little bit hard to find this stage of the year. 90 stamina is phenomenal out there. Again, the plus with 93 attack positioning, and if you put a finisher on, it'd be 99. This card has to be just in the perfect position every single attack. Not to mention, like, yeah, no shooting playstyle, but 96 finish? Are you kidding me? You don't, like, the passing stats are high enough, you don't even need to buff them. 92 vision and 92 short pass with Tiki base, you're going to be fine no matter what, right? The dribbling stats here, yeah, a little low in the ball control maybe, but the rest, I mean, like high 90s here, or mid 90s. For the rest, I mean, this card looks unbelievable. So let me show you the thought process. We're just starting up a blank FootGG page. Going over to evolutions. It depends on the evolutions that come out. So I don't check for every, like this defensive shift one is like focus for left mids or left backs or whatever. I've got Jordi Alba. I don't need left backs. You check for the chains just in case. But when one comes out that's like Press and Tiki, those are my babies, those are the ones for me. So the way it works, this is really tedious. I like FootGG for kind of narrowing down Evos. So if a new one comes out, I always start with FootGG. For one, you can check the body types here. I'll just check this random card. You scroll on down here. Depends on which page you're on. It's always in a different location. But here it'll say average medium. So they show the body types, whereas Footbin these days, they've taken body types away. I can't find it. Or it'll say like NA, not available somewhere on the page. Anyway. So we start here. And then it's easier for me to kind of... I like this UI better than Footbin's for... Where's their page? Like Evolution's players is here. This is much more cumbersome to me. I don't know what it is. I guess I like maybe seeing the stats on the face cards. I also think it's easier to just like narrow down things, and it's easier to do the combos for me as well. For whatever reason. But then we're going through and we're looking. Unfortunately, you got to kind of select everyone you want. And then I'm going to leave out the ones that I don't. So Star in Motion I've already used. So this one I'm going to not select. The other one I want to not select is this one because it just gives Game Changer, which is not an important enough Evo for me to put on right now. So I'm selecting everything except the two that I don't want. We'll move down there. We go on over to Exclude Unselected. So that means that Star in Motion that I've already put on somebody that gives Tech Plus. Yeah, it's not going to show you on this page. Then we scroll down on here. We're taking a look at my favorite body type, the lean short, or we'll put unique on. There's not a lot of unique cards in here. Well, not a lot of like phenomenal ones, I think. And these are mostly looking at the strikers, which like you could be good with. I mean, 5-5 Alexis Sanchez could be fun. But we haven't narrowed down by the playstyles yet, right? He's got some fun ones there, but it's not the ones that I find most valuable. So we go back and we look at adding on Press Base. Scroll back on down and adding on Tiki Taka. And that'll narrow us to this field of cards, except I'm still on unique. Like Malin would be great. I know he's going to be one of the most popular ones in this one. Yes, this would be a very, very, very good card. You can absolutely do this one if you want. I have my preference for the body type for short and lean over this card, but I mean, tack first, ping, ticky, quick step, press, those are all really good. He's mostly, or he's going to be explosive depending on the chem style. A little low on the stamina, but everything else here is really good. I just think we go back to knowing only by short and lean instead. There are a couple cards in here that are interesting, mostly Danny Diaz and O'Brien. We'll take a look at him. This is the Evo chain you get, right? Crystal left dynamic distributor, twice. You got to use both of them. So you've got to make sure you haven't used any of these yet, right? But then the end of the chain is today's Wing Wizards. And again, like this card, I cannot believe what I'm looking at here. This is absurd. You still get, again, you can give him base Incisive, base Trickster, base Relentless from the Season Pass. You can wait if there are better playstyles for you to add on later. And it depends on how you play. I mean, there are other chem styles you can put on. I mean, if you want to give him like a basic or something that boosts the passing even more, just makes him essentially perfect passing, basically, right? Still a good boost to attack positioning. Smaller boost to dribbling, but not a bad one still. I mean, basic wouldn't be bad at all. This guy, and again, what I'm looking for is explosive and short and lean if possible. And then like this press and ticky. Quick step and rapid, I don't care too much about. But as a winger, I mean, it's not going to hurt you at all. So not a downside, you know. This card, I can't believe what I'm looking at here. This is genuinely absurd. Only 86 rated, so eventually you're going to be able to evo these even further. Again, I know the dribbling's not the highest stat, so for me, you might think, well, maybe Dabini would still be preferable. But then again, I mean, these cards just look unbelievable. There are a couple ones in here. What does Fowler look like? Because I think she's 5'5", which is interesting. Dead ball I don't care for. Lower stamina, higher short pass. Like there's a lot of cards in here that are really good. My debate right now is, do I want Danny Diaz? Which is a different chain. It doesn't require Curse of the Left. So if you've already used Curse of the Left on somebody else, or because Curse of the Left also gives press base, if you want to use that press base on somebody else, so you get 2 press base cards, right? In that case, maybe you go with this path, and then you can put Curse of the Left on somebody else, like Sancho, which I was planning, but a lot of people might do Doku. So you could put Jeremy Doku at left wing and then discard it either right wing, because he'll get inside forward ++. Or my debate is, do I want to go with that O'Brien card, this one over here we were talking about, and just lock down my right side for probably a long time? Or do I want to consider this card? Low driven base, ping and ticky, first touch, press, and quick step. This is really good. We're basically changing rapid for first touch, and then we're gaining low driven. And then he gets false 9++. The stamina is my concern on this one. The vision's a little bit lower too, positioning's a little lower, you trade that for the finishing, acceleration is lower, and the agility and balance are a little bit lower, but a lot of the rest of the card is very, very similar. You still get the 5'4" lean short. It's mostly the stamina that turns me away from this card. It's 90 on O'Brien, right? But you would gain false 9++, so I have to kind of debate, do I want a Campos replacement? Because as good as Campos is with a press plus there, he is only 3-star skills, and he is missing some of the passing. He's got much, much lower passing stats than this, and he's missing Ticky and Pinged. He doesn't have either. So that's kind of my debate right now, is do I want to maybe get a usable striker for false 9 for me right now, or do I just want to say, hey, we'll debate on the striker later. I can get my like lockdown right wing for a long time. And I want to point out, if you're concerned, I mean, he's Sociedad, so if you've got any La Liga or any Spanish links, it's pretty easy to get in. But if you're concerned about the chemistry, the other nice thing about, it's not this page, we're squad builder here. It's the wrong position, but it's fine. Don't limit by striker. If you're concerned about the chemistry, he's MLS. So all you gotta do is, like, I've already got Alba and Busquets, so they're gonna be in my team a while. He's only on 2 chem. You can fix that with a Colombian manager, or you can fix that with, where does it show here? Can I search by EVO? I can't. It'll be somewhere on this page. The Cornerstones EVO will fix this. I'm pretty sure the, is it the last page? It is the last page. So Cornerstones gains the plus chem. Any of the World Tour, I believe, gets the plus chem. Does Dynamic Distributor really? Yeah, but you can't do that later, even if it does. So either the World Tours would also fix the chemistry, but you can go that route too. So then he'll be 3 chem. We can get the benefits of that full finisher, right? Or you go with, I forgot his name already. Danny Diaz. He's not a striker to start. Does he gain striker? Is that? Huh? Yeah, that's going to narrow by like 1 billion cards. Can I find him back here? Maybe. Footpin doesn't let me move it when it's the bottom of the page. What is going on here? Is his name not Danny Diaz? Can you just not find him there? Anyway, the chemistry wouldn't be hard with him, right? What on earth is happening? Okay, there's less Diaz's than Danny's. There he is. I don't know why you can find him. He'll get 3 chem by default, just from the Spanish links here, right? So, that's definitely a route you could go as well. So, these are some absurd cards. And again, if you want to, kind of like take your own peek around based on your own preference for the body types, or maybe there's a specific playstyle you prefer. Maybe you're a fan of First Touch or Quick Step or something, or maybe you really want tech. Then you can definitely limit it by those, right? But for me, be really, really careful with using these cards. With using these Evos. Don't waste them, because these are absurd. Again, I cannot believe what I'm looking at here. So, I might wait a couple days on these. I think we are having a silver. Am I right on this? When's the next silver tournament? It's gonna show. Is it live events? Starts in a week, so it'll be a little while, but like you could wait a week to see, maybe we get a reward from this, right? Maybe we'll get, I know the last silver tournament we got like a playstyle to give and a small stat or a skill move boost, I think, to silver cards. So again, you could wait to see if we get something from this. You can wait to see if there are a couple smaller Evos, more of the dynamic distributors that improve like a stat but don't improve the overall rating, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna wait a couple days, but I'm definitely gonna go for probably one of those 2 cards. We're looking at Danny Diaz or O'Brien. I'm leaning slightly more to O'Brien just because I think Campos is a bigger benefit to my team than any right wing I've been able to find. It is disappointing. I wish I could put him striker. If I could, then it'd be game over, right? But it is what it is. This card looks, again, unbelievable. Looking at basically perfect shooting for the stats that matter, and it's absurd. So, yeah, let me know if there are any interesting chains that you found for this. I'm gonna put this video out just as quick as I can, I think, to showcase just these might be some good additions to your team. So hopefully, excuse me with a voice crack. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.